I'm Libby Dyson. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and I'm really happy that you've been able to join me today. So this is one of the little projects I've been playing with, but I'll show you that in a minute. All right, this is the beautiful Petal Promenade paper, designer series paper. If you like flowers, you'll love this. This isn't all of it. I'll show you another 2 sheets in a second. Now I'm just going to flip these over, and you've got these lovely sort of neutrally backgrounds on the back. This is a bokeh type one, and then you've got 2 marble type ones and another. All right, these are the other 2 pages. Look at these gorgeous frames. I'm going to make a scrapbook page soon, so, and then flip those over and you've got those backgrounds. So they're the beautiful papers in the Petal Promenade pack, and we're going to use that to make a project today. Now, I've been a bit busy. I've made this little box with the envelope punch board, and this flap's extra, but the box I made with the envelope punch board, and it's got one of the DSPs on it all the way around. Then I made this, which you can put a tea bag in, which I've done, and this card pulls out and you can write on the back. So how good is that? But wait, there's more. No, I'm not selling you a pack of steak knives. If you undo the bow, you can fit in the middle a pack of cookies or something in a cello bag. Pop the cello bag top through the top, pull your ribbon and tie it up, and you've got a lovely little morning tea gift. Or you could change the front to coffee. We've got the coffee cup ones as well. I might do that later. And put a coffee sachet in the back. I'm not sure what that coffee is like, but there's another alternative for somebody who likes coffee. And so that's that project. Then I've got just cards today. All right, this one, I'll just move these two. This one is an adhesive holder, and it's made out of our acetate boxes, and I'll be doing a video on this later this week. And it holds your tear and tape, both lots of dimensionals, the regular ones and the mini ones. I've put foam adhesive strip in there as well, and there's room in the back for other things. You could fit in here and have this middle one blank. You could fit pearls and rhinestones and what have you in there, and it fits your tombow in the end. So that's my little adhesive box, and I've done it up with the Whisper White 5/8 of an inch polka dot tulle ribbon. So I'll have a video on that later on during the week, and this happens every week, doesn't it? Okay, good morning, Sim. How are you? And the project that we're going to work on today is this little treat pouch that you could fit, I don't know, bits and pieces in. Anyway, it's a nice little treat pouch. And then I made, for yesterday's blog post, in case you missed it, this card, and I've used the tufted Dynamic Impressions embossing folder. I'll just bring that up a bit closer so you can see it maybe. And all I did with the designer series paper is just cut it on a bit of an angle. So just lay it, I've cut it 10 centimetres wide, lay it on your card front at the angle you want. Just hold it there, flip it over, draw a line with a pencil, cut it off, and there you've got your card front. So that was just something a little bit different. And then today I've used the layered leaves, I think it's called, Dynamic Impressions embossing folder. Now just a tip with those when you do them is to, good morning Leslie, is to lightly spritz the card before you put it through the big shot. So there's the inside of the card and the envelope for that one. And on this one I've done and that. All right, so they're the projects I've done using the Petal Promenade. And this is the project we're going to make today. So for this you just need a piece of 6 inch by 6 inch or 15.2 by 15.2 centimetres. Yes, I'm well, thanks Leslie. Have you moved yet? Leslie's in the process of packing up and moving, or she's packed up. I think she must be living out of a bit of a suitcase at the moment. Anyway, so I'll bring in my trimmer. I've already pre-cut my piece of 6 by 6 and we're just going to score. I'll turn it over. We're going to score at 1 3/4 inches. Sorry, that's 4.5 centimetres. I haven't done this in metric. Sorry, I normally work in inches. So 1 3/4 inches or 4.5 centimetres. 2 1/4 inches or 5.7 centimetres. I'll have all this on my blog. 2 3/4 inches or 7 centimetres. 4.5 inches or 11.5 is close enough. 5 inches, which is 12.7 centimetres. And then 5.5 inches, which is 14.6 centimetres. And then you're going to flip it and you're going to score at 1 inch and 5 inches. And that's all you need your scoring tool for. All right, then I'm going to come in with some snail, if I can find it, and my bone folder. And we're going to fold over the top, just one of them, give it a light burnish, and then we're just going to adhere that with snail. I think my snail's getting a bit long in the tooth. Either that or I've run out. Yep. When you've run out, go to Tombow. I'll put that here. Alright, just a bit along the top there, and we're folding that over. Just hold it for a second till it takes. Alright, now you've got a little piece on the end that's going to be where you put the bit together, the whole treat pouch together. So just fold that over, give it a burnish. Alright, and then I'm going from the other side and I'm going to do a mountain. This is a Mountain Valley fold type treat pouch. Oh, my fingers won't work. Alright, so I've done a Mountain Valley fold. She says when she can find that. There we go. Alright, so that's one side done. And then Mountain Valley fold on the other side as well. Valley, mountain. Yep, can't see it. Done something wrong here, people. Just give me a tick. I might have missed one. So, just go back. I might have missed one when I was trying to 1 3/4, that's in. 2 1/4 right. 2 3/4 is right. 4 inches. There it is. Missed one. Oh, 4.5 inches. Sorry, 4.5 inches is right. 5 inches is right, and 5.5 inches. That's what the problem is. It's too far away. I've done that at 5.25, 3/4. It should be 5.5. All right, I'll flip that over. 5.5 or 14 centimetres. That should have been, sorry, that last measurement. That's better. So 5.5 goes there. That's better. I was wondering why it wasn't working out. We all make mistakes or creations, whatever. Now I'm running a camp next year with a friend of mine. My friend Glenda and I are going to run a camp up this way. Good morning, Bronwyn. Good morning, Julie. So, oh, you move on Monday, do you, Leslie? Where are you moving to? The place Erin bought? All right, I'm just going to add some, oh no, I'm not. We're going to fold the bottom up. Too busy talking and not enough concentrating. Not enough coffee, that's the problem. All right, and then we're going to come in and just cut up the mountain folds. All right, so that's the easiest way to explain it. And I'm just going to wedge those in a little bit, just so you get a bit of a neater finish. So just up the mountain folds, fingers and thumbs today. And this last one, we're just going to chop that off. All right, so that's what it looks like. Okay, all right, so then fold this last bit over, put your adhesive on it. So, bit of Tombow. Now I like to put the Tombow down both edges, and you don't need a lot, so just a light squeeze. And then we're just going to close this over. Make sure the tops meet like that. Okay. So, there we go. Just give it a hold. Then I like to come in with my bone folder and make sure I've got everything right. Now squeeze it the other way. All right. Now, where I've got my join, that's the back of my box. Yep. Okay, I've got it, Leslie. You'll have to send me your address. All right, so fold the two side tabs in. And look, I like to put a little bit of glue on these, just because if you put something heavy into the bottom, into the treat pouch, you want it to stay together. And then I'm putting the back flap down. So remember I said where my join was the back, so I put the back flap down, and then I put a little bit of Tombow on there and press that down. Just hold it for a minute. Good morning, Alison. How are you? Don't worry about being late. You can always catch the replay. Not sure I'm that interesting actually, but anyway. Now I put my bone folder in there and give it a good wiggle around to make sure everything is stuck well. It is pretty D.S.P, isn't it? It's called Petal Promenade. All right, and then you pinch that in. Now, we've only got a 1/8 of an inch hole punch, which I don't much like. I find it's a bit too small to put my ribbon through. So you can either get your gift bag punch board out, or if you've got another punch, which would do the trick, I've got a crocodile. Now, what I'm going to do is slide it in just either side of the valley fold so that I can punch a hole. I hope that makes sense. So, don't know if I can show you exactly. So we'll go in there and put the other one in here. Now, don't forget to like, share and comment this video. I would really appreciate it. You can buy all the products I'm using today in my online store. And don't forget the buy three, get the fourth one free of the DSP. Right, just going to cut some. I'm using Classic Weave Whisper White ribbon, 3/8 of an inch or 1 centimetre wide. Alright, it's a Whisper White. Alright, now there's the back. So I don't want my bow on the back, I want it on the front. So thread through the first hole and cut your ribbon at a point. Makes it easier to push it through the holes and grab it. If you haven't got fingernails, use a pair of tweezers or your paper piercing tool to poke the ribbon through. Here's the other one I made before. And then, so what do you think? Do you like this little treat pouch? Hello, is anybody out there? Alright, now make a loop. If you're right-handed, I make a loop in my right hand and hold it between my forefinger and my thumb. Bring the other piece of ribbon around the back and then stick it in through and then pull. And I find you get a perfect ribbon every time. Alright, for those of you who are demonstrators, the next incentive trip is to Maui. So that should be wonderful. Alright, so there's our project. I'll just get rid of some of this rubbish so you can see the project rather than the rubbish. Alright, so there are two little treat pouches. Thanks, Helen. Good morning, Michelle. Oh, yeah, good for a small gift. You could pop, you know, a few sweets in there, a few treats in there of some sort. I don't know. All right, so if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, subscribe, because I'll be putting some details about the camp I'm running next year. It'll be in May, towards the end of May, at Summersby. Helen, you've been there before. And yeah, it is perfect. It'd be good for earrings or something, you know, or a small bracelet, or I'm sure you could stuff all sorts of stuff in there. All right, and then just one last look at the other projects that I've made that I will have videos on later in the week. Yeah, the catalogue doesn't do this DSP justice, can I tell you. I'll just show you again. I very nearly didn't get it, and then I thought, yes, I will. And I'm so glad I did. So these are the framed ones again. Look beautiful. But you know what? You can use these, just cut them up. You can cut round them. You can cut, look, that'd make a wonderful piece on a page. Yes, you heard Summersby, Helen. My friend Glenda and I went out and checked it out last week. And so we'll be booking that, and it'll be catered for, and there'll be gifts and prizes and challenges and all sorts of things. So you can come and scrapbook or make cards. And it's a gorgeous bush setting. Just lovely. So you can come and have a weekend away from everybody. The only thing you'll have to do is wash your own dishes. You don't have to dry them, just wash them. And bring your own linen. So, and these are the other pieces of DSP. So it's on the buy 3, get the 4th one free list. Really nice neutral sort of ones on the back. And as you can see in these projects, if I take the T out, the neutral's quite nice. So where have I got the other? Oh, the other neutrals are on these here and there. So really lovely. I think that's about it for today. Yeah, so don't forget about the DSP sale, and join my team if you're not already a demonstrator, and get the free ink pads, $235 worth of product, free ink pads worth $117, free postage, and you get to buy from the pre-order in the holiday catalogue and a whole lot of other things. So that's it for today. I hope to see you again next Tuesday for Live with Libby at 10 a.m. Thanks so much for your time. Okay, bye for now.
Make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the